Hello everyone, my name is the Mad Scorpion and welcome to the update 8.2.0.2 patch notes that went live with just this Tuesday on February the 25th. Now, I did touch base on this a little bit on the reset, and speaking of the reset, I did mention that Act 2 should have been out today based on prior efforts. Well, I went back and double checked the This Week in Destiny update that they mentioned the adjusted schedule, and they gave an example for basically Act 2 only being 3 weeks as opposed to the 5 or 6, which makes me lead to believe that Act 1 may still be the usual 4, 5, 6 weeks, and maybe not just the direct 3. However, getting into it at all, ignoring that service alert, which I didn't see any issues with that personally, there is the update for episode of Heresy, where they fixed an issue where sigil stones could be obtained from defeated combatants much faster than intended, so hopefully no season boosting. Then for Crucible and Trials of Osiris, they reduced how much going flawless affects your skill-based matchmaking for solo players. As well, Lighthouse packages can no longer be reset from the director if a loss has not been recorded on the same passage. They also fixed an issue where the seasonal and lifetime flawless passages trackers were incorrect, and an issue where wins were not correctly granting progress towards the ghosts dropping. For competitive, the rank point gains and losses have been adjusted. They increased the effectiveness of the quitter compensation aspect of the contribution scaler, and reduced the number of points that skill modifiers can add or remove. In terms of dungeons and raids for the Sundered Doctrine, the mission complete should now fire shortly after defeating Karev and receiving loot unless players are actively trying to open the vault door. It fixed an issue where the drop rate for Finality's Augur was not properly scaling with boosts from the Triumphs. In addition, all players that completed Sundered Doctrine will receive an additional boost to its initial drop rate. Fixed an issue where opening one of the hidden chests could lock that character out of acquiring focus gear for the week. They fixed an issue where hidden chests could despawn shortly after being opened. They also lastly fixed an issue where pyramid switches could be activated by AoE damage sources. Specifically for 0 Hour, it has been re-enabled after they fixed an issue that prevented players from completing the activity, which also affected rewards and pursued progress. In terms of gameplay and investment, it seems like some bug fixes for armor. The Blight Ranger. Canceling Arc Staff with Blight Ranger will now trigger Bolt Charge, I guess, some tuning. Arbor Warbin's Baronade will now work with the benefits of Storm's Keep. The Speaker Sight, they fixed an issue where the healing turret was healing more than intended in the Nether. Solipsism, specifically for the Spirit of Segan Filaments, fixed an issue that caused the Spirit to not reward class ability energy properly. And Solipsism, they also fixed the Spirit of the Necrotic Grips, where it was granting Devour. Interesting. With the weapons, they fixed an issue where Regis' S-Stock could not roll with random stocks. Right. They also fixed an issue after unlocking a pattern from Vault of Glass where the Deep Sight mod socket would still appear visible. In terms of exotic weaponry, the Lodestar, they reduced the damage fall-off range when fired from the hip, as well as fixed an unintended aim assist disparity between mouse and keyboard and controller when using Lodestar's hipfire. For Finality's Augur, fixed an issue where the turret could linger after swapping to another weapon, and the Barodiad fixed an issue that caused Barodiad's particles to not render correctly when impacting failing shields. Interesting. For some abilities, Warlocks, they fixed an issue where the Ionic Sentry damage, turret damage kills do not count as ability damage kills, and also fixed an issue causing Bolt Charge to discharge when healing an ally with a Rift. I think I noticed that once by accident. Fixed an issue causing roaming supers to end early when using Ascension on Hunters. They updated the Flash Over to no longer provide increased Bolt Charge lightning bolt damage versus players in PvP, because I'm pretty sure it's already almost a kill straight out. They fixed an issue where the boost from Volatile Marksman was providing class ability energy on any instance of splash damage instead of just volatile detonations. To compensate for the reduction, they increased the class ability energy on volatile detonation to 9% from 7 and reduced cooldown from 0.1 seconds to 0.35. They also fixed an issue where particle reconstruction was stacking with other debuffs. Sadly that. And also fixed an issue where particle deconstruction couldn't be applied by certain fusion rifles. Getting towards the end, they fixed an issue where the Facet of Hope was contributing to players receiving bird errors, so I believe that facet has been officially re-enabled. And lastly, fixed an issue where causing the Eris vendor on the moon to T-pose. I've been noticing that. Fixed an issue where shield regen audio looping continuously in the Nether. Fixed an issue where the Wish Ender bundle and the Rat King bundle could appear owned, even if never purchased. And fixed a labeling issued with some weapon ornament bundles. And on that note, that is pretty much everything that has been fixed henceforth. That there was a bit there. I would have plugged this into the reset, but it is a little bit of word, and that would have thrown on another 5 minutes to something that's already 15 minutes long. With that has been the update, and like I mentioned before, apologies if I made you think that Act 2 had launched today. I remember reading the TWID and basically hearing that the schedule was different, and I remember seeing an instance that supposedly Act 2 would start immediately following the end of Act 1's story, and a little bit of time given to breathe and everything else, but that was a little bit of a misreading. Like I said before, the example they gave was the fact that Act 2 would be about only 3 weeks short, at least off of memory, instead of the usual 5 to 6 that they mentioned to give it. Basically, Act 2 happens, and then Act 3 happens, and we have to keep busy. With that, my name is the Matt Scorpion. If you enjoyed, I would appreciate any like, comment, subscribe, any sort of interaction, as always, and I will see you in the next video.